pussy and I like the tree. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your 2 left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride riddance. Swish, but don't spit it. Swallow it, now finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G. Looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's. Slipping in the bubbly. We friends time to have a party. Turn the music, let's get it started. Go and shake it. I'm looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old slut. Girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I want a bitch that sit at the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Look at this lady in front of me. Sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine. Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Feld Entertainment is a bunch of fuckbag stream. Yeah, if anyone hasn't heard, Feld Entertainment has hit, I don't know, a ton of YouTubers with false copyright claims. They are not the only ones. The ROTC guys are not the only ones who've been hit. We've had some younger guys, some creators who look like they may just be slightly autistic and like to draw monster trucks. There have been a ton of people hit by these scumbags, and I wanted to dive into a little bit of who Kenneth Feld is. Kenneth Feld is the CEO of Feld Entertainment, if you don't already know or haven't figured that out. I did pass the test. I didn't have my, freak out like I usually do. So Kenneth Feld, CEO of, let me adjust this, of Feld Entertainment, has a very interesting past, to say the least. And I think this is going to get some of you guys thinking there's more to it with the drop the L. It's just Fed. Let's take a look at this. So on the screen, you'll see Feld Entertainment, 800 Feld Way, Palmetto, Florida, and phone numbers as well as numbers to reach out to them at. I'd say I'm actually going to one of their local branches and offices are right down the road from me. So I'm actually going to walk in. And I won't film it. I might film it. But I'm going to walk in and have a conversation with whoever runs the office. What up, everyone? Porcelain, everyone, for joining. Be careful. He'll write a documentary about your mom and it won't be kind. Porcelain's a good guy. Don't be a hater. He does his things. So all this is just, background news on Kenneth Feld, one of America's most recent billionaires. He's had lawsuits after lawsuits. But here's where it gets interesting. Kenneth Feld's battles with his sister pale in comparison to his fight with Jan Potker, a freelance writer who wrote about the Feld family in 1990. Potker's story, which was published in Washington, D.C. Business Magazine, brought to light several family secrets, including Irvin Feld's homosexual affairs, his wife's suicide, rolling animosity between Kenneth and Karen. Also, there is some really weird CIA ties in Feld's business. In the early 90s, Potker was starting to plan a book on the Felds. One of CIA's top spies was in deep trouble, Claire George. Deputy Director of Operations under Reagan and a key player in the Iran-Contra scandal, was on trial for lying to Congress. Had a bunch of libel bills, blah, blah, blah. George went to work for Kenneth Feld. George used a variety of other methods to keep Potker, the lady writing the story about the Felds, at bay. He and his accomplices tapped her phones, bugged her house, tailed her. Eventually, they took a step further. One of George's operatives, journalist Robert Arringer, launched an operation to distract her from the Feld book. Posing as a book packager, he arranged for her to write an expose on Mars' candy-making family. She actually ended up writing that. Potker operation ran for 8 years and cost $2.3 million. In the course of his tenure, it helped the author publish 2 books, successfully distracting from the expose on the Felds. Ultimately, it was successful, or would have been if it weren't for Charles Smith, another Feld top executive, sued the company for $274,000 in lost wages. After the story broke, Feld's lawyers admitted to the existence of the Potker operation. So not only are the Felds manipulative, their operations department copyright strikes, YouTube, small creators. If I actually had the stones, and I was actually tempted, and I might do it at some point, but some of their stuff and using it for fair use and getting myself striked on purpose because I have multiple channels that are disassociated with my main channel, and I can always live stream off them. And a lot of my audience, as you guys may or may not know, come over from ROTC. They've responded back to the ROTC guys, but basically the last email was, well, you need to take the video down, edit out the bit of our stuff, and then we'll allow you to have it, and we'll remove the strike. That's not how fair use works, and a family like this doesn't get to write the rules and laws, even though they lobby massively to the government. And I'm almost positive, when I was digging a little, I found that they donated to Cortez, but I would have to actually double check that. Feld ultimately managed to make most of these lawsuits disappear. He settled with Smith for $6 million, paid one of the animal rights groups an undisclosed amount, and eventually settled with Potker out of court. The 7,500 pages of Potker's case were sealed. Jeff Stein, recounting his reading of the case prior to its closure, described it as stomach-turning. These documents describe how Kenneth Feld, Charles Smith, Claire George, and a mysterious cabal of still unknown dirty tricksters with close connections to the CIA were deployed to act as Jane Potker's personal gremlins, without her ever having a clue about why so many things in her life were going wrong. So, not only was someone's joke in Nightwave tonight slightly viable, but Feld actually worked with no ties to and Benjamin. I I mean, he probably could have ties to YouTube in essence of being able to reach out to higher ups as he's a billionaire and has a massive company. Wanted to also bring up, because we were talking about kids, and Feld Entertainment has had multiple recalls because they put out products that at their Disney on Ice tours could harm children. 30,000 units recalled. These little pieces of trash were sold for $22 each. And the metal part, I don't know if I have it where it can see my, it doesn't. The metal part between the globe and the base could actually detach and hurt a child. I will give them credit, the recall was, brought on themselves. But I think some funny, interesting trolling, some fun messing withs would be to reach out to recall@feldinc.com and, maybe exaggerate some situations where it put out your kid's eye, or, just make sure if you're going to do it, I'm just saying in Minecraft, but yeah. Injuries, none reported yet. And this was in 2016, obviously. These are all the major cities that the venues were at, and the dates and time frames. So you have that all there if anyone wants to mess with them. I did put up their information if any of you guys wanted their information. I know Royce and Mersch can't get as rough as I can when it comes to Feld Entertainment. I could pretty much say whatever the hell I want and do whatever the hell I want to them. Because you know what? They can't really hit me for public information and for, cases and whatnot. In 2005, Feld Entertainment had a gentleman by the last name of Hagen, Frank Hagen. He sued them. Now, what he sued them over is he was the lion handler. He took care of the lions, fed, watered, cleaned their cages, cared for them during transport, everything like that. They were moving from Phoenix to Fresno, California, and there was 3 stops during the day, but the temperatures were well over in the 100-degree range. It was summertime. And the Central Valley in California is, low, mid hundreds and Arizona, you got to think is, hundreds and plus. They stopped once and then got behind. The lion handler actually asked them to stop again, and they refused. When they got to Fresno, was it Fresno? I don't know. Phoenix, Fresno, went to check on, the train stopped in Arizona. Lions had nothing to drink, and they were not being watered because he didn't have the opportunity to. When the train stopped, he discovered that a 2-year-old lion named Clyde was unresponsive, lying in the fetal position with his tongue hanging out, eyes rolled back in his head, and barely breathing. The lion died. This is the kind of people that want to be moral arbiters. Really, BitChute has streaming now. Nice. I have my stream.me. Yeah, so with the ROTC, here's what happened. I actually have the video up, and I actually want to play it for you guys. I wanted to give you guys who don't know what's going on a little background information on Kenneth Feld, his family, as well as the kind of company Feld Entertainment, Feld Motorsports. Feld makes toys. They make toys that are in Target and Walmart's all over the place that your kids may have and you may not even know. Like the little driver cars, like the mini cars for kids. They make those as well. What I wanted to jump into, and let me switch this because I hate this. Boom. So Feld hit them with a copyright strike. Hit ROTC. They actually also hit a gentleman named MotoGP, I think. The story with MotoGP, someone correct me if I'm getting the name wrong. He is a game streamer who really likes moto cross and makes works with a moto simulator on computers and a game where you can Moto Go. There you go. Thank you, Frozen. Moto Go on Twitch. So go check him out. Basically, they hit. He creates the real Supercross tracks and does his own little version of the Supercross, based on the track they're at and recreation. Because if you know anything about those kind of events and race events, they release the course layouts generally a few days before, so the riders and drivers can know what the course is going to be like. So he created it in a gaming sim, which is not owned by Feld Entertainment. Yet Feld Entertainment decided, since it had motorcycles in it and bumps and jumps and just depicted motocross, that it's their rights. And they copy struck him. This guy cannot stream again live on YouTube until mid-April. These people, because they're ran by a scummy, looks like CIA, hiring close ties fucking weirdo who would rather, instead of his family secrets about his dad liking to bang guys and other things coming out in the 90s, would rather intimidate a writer. No, they cannot stream. What they're doing is they're using Stream.me, Twitch, and Periscope. What's it called? So they have a 90-day community strike right now, and the guys have been in touch with the CEO and people over at Feld Motorsport. I'm actually going to pull it up real quick. I don't know if it'll let me. Here, let's go back to that. Hey, Frozen, since I know you're in the chat, can you get me the Twitter link to the gentleman who they've spoke to? Yeah, ROTC Media is their backup channel. They've had it for quite a while. They were on their backup channel today. However, their main channel is almost at 10,000 subscribers. Their backup channel has no monetization. They don't have anything to anything. You don't understand the situation, John. I love you, dude, and you've been around a long time here. He's not banning people in the method that Owen bans them. I think he's banned 2 people since I've been watching, and one of them was someone who was basically putting words in his mouth. So I understand. It's not he's not, Mersh isn't that way. They don't, honestly, I've been watching them since 2000. When did I start my channel? 2017, October. So right around when ROTC hit YouTube, I've been following them from there. I've been on live streams with them. Actually, they're one of the reasons why my channel is at the point it is. These guys have done a lot for me, and it's not dick riding. It's not. Mersh knows and Royce knows. I would call them out if they were doing something wrong, and in that situation, I think some people just need to stop being so spurgy in his audience. Plus, it's getting tougher for them to manage when they're hitting 900 viewers, But yeah, give it a shot, dude. They're good people, and that was just a one-off day. And you got to look at it this way: look at what the audience and the certain people are saying, and they get a lot of those trolls nowadays who are coming over and white knighting for Owen, and they still let them go off. But one thing is, and I don't like this, and I'm sure many don't. if you're gonna say what I'm saying, and I can easily clip it and show you that you're wrong, don't put words in my mouth. Sorry, that's just me. You can fucking do whatever you want. Yeah, the huge thing that they're running into is it's not even just about them. I'm talking about them because they're the bigger creators that have been hit. But there have been, I don't know, I think Royce and Mersh have discovered about 5 or 6 smaller creators hit by Feld Entertainment. Now, Feld Entertainment doesn't care about fair use, doesn't care about copyright law, because they don't understand it. I mean, their CEO is fucking 70 years old. They're probably all like beneficials from the family who run the place, and I don't think they understand copyright law. Frozen, or one of the guys who are a listener and have Facebook, if you can get me the link to the Sam Gomez, I think is his name. It's Sam Feld Entertainment. There it is. Well, that was quick. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Twitter. There we go. Oh. Look at this manlet, guys. Oh, look at that guy. This is the guy that Royce and Mersh have been in contact with. They've emailed back and forth. He's the one who said that they need to edit the video, pull out their content, and then re-upload it, and they'll be fine with that. Now, is that how fair use works? No. I'm sorry, Sam. You call yourself a digital Jedi. You might want to learn the laws. Now, this guy is such a digital Jedi, everyone, that this... Now, you're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed at this website. Holy shit. Just another WordPress site. You list this on your Twitter, Sam Gomez. You list this as your website. What the fuck is this? Are you digital Jedi? You're fucking retarded. This is sad. That's what this is. What do we got? Oh, dude, it's still over there. Whoop. Nope, that's the wrong one. Thanks, Katie, for subscribing. That was supposed to be in the center. There we go. But this is Mr. Sam Gomez's website. So he's such a... he is such a... God damn it, I fucking hate not having Twitter. Hey, watch what else I can't do if I don't have Twitter. Oh, look, I can't look at his tweets or replies. This is your digital Jedi, guys. Let me grab my cell phone real quick. Hold on. This is a digital Jedi, guys. Now, if by... I know it's a super top-notch website. What up, Royce? Whoopsie. You missed out on the opening where we talk about how... I'll send this to you guys, but Mr. Kenneth Feld, owner of Feld Media, has ties to the CIA. So people making Fed jokes, all that, not far off. Yeah. So thanks, buddy. No, actually, what the donations are going to go to, and I'll be live streaming while I'm out there, as well as, I'll be filming stuff for Andy and Ralph, and it's going to go to the Miami-Richmond trip. I am leaving on the 6th of March and flying out to Richmond and DC, and then thank you. Thank you, Cabby, for subscribing. I will also be in Miami on the 11th, and I am going to, all of us, Ralph, Worski, hopefully the ROTC boys, we'll all get together, maybe have drinks, have some fun, film some shit, see what we can get into over there. Yeah, so that's what it's all going to do. All right, Katie, you have a good night. Thank you for jumping in for even a little bit, all you East Coasters. But yeah, so Feld Entertainment, for those of you who weren't around for this, I'm going to play this. If you've seen this, I apologize, but some people haven't been around. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just want to get into a little bit so people can see the information. Since Royce is in here, do I have to pause it every few seconds? Is Royce going to copy strike me? Yeah, I was talking to Mersh about it, and we all think that'd be awesome. And he was supposed to talk to you already, but apparently he can't even get his glasses in order, and he didn't hear that Joe Rogan and Alex Jones were on a stream together. Okay, so what I don't understand, and I don't know if it's rolled out yet, but wasn't the copyright system and the strike system yeah, it was fast. My mute was fast. Thanks, so. Wasn't it supposed to be a warning? Or did they hit you with a warning for one of the videos, and then the second video they gave you the strike on? That's what I'm not understanding, because yeah, the video's paused. Thanks. Dick. The volume is all the way up. You guys need to turn up here. Here we go. Is that better? Better. Oh my god, I fucking hate you guys. Gotta love those people coming over from night. Yeah, there was no audio for a second. I noticed that. And you can give me a hard time on that. Yeah, here we go. There. Here. I'll pull a Matt Watson and I'll talk to the mic like this, guys. I'm going to talk to the mic and you guys like this. There you go, guys. I'm going to be at this level and I'm going to talk in like this and we're going to get all sensual. No, but seriously, I don't understand how, unless, like I said, they gave you the warning on one of the videos, because I thought the whole new system was supposed to be a warning system for you to not get strikes and not struck right away. Adolf Corey ASMR, yeah, right? Oh, I know you guys weren't. But yeah, so they received a strike. Hopefully I don't receive any strikes. I kind of want, and I was telling the audience earlier, Royce, is I have a local branch of Feld Entertainment right up the road from me in Los Angeles. Actually, I know exactly where it's at. And because it popped up in one of my searches, I know what street it's on. Probably about 20-minute drive. I was tempted to go there and just, ask them politely and nicely to speak to the division manager or anything, and just be like, hey, so I hear Sam Gomez is really hard to reach. I was wondering if you could put me in contact with him, or if you could reach out to him for me. Yeah, actually that'd be great. Let me get my Discord open. Give me one quick second here. I'd actually really appreciate that. But yeah, so I was actually tempted to go in and be like, hey, I can't reach Sam Gomez, and
I've emailed him, and he... See, now my mic's going to do that bassy thing. There's something up with my mic interacting with Discord. Tell me I'm wrong. Did my volume and my voice change a little bit, guys? Yep, exactly. There's something wrong with freaking Discord and the way it interacts. Let me check something. Yeah, I did the same thing the other night, and I don't know what's causing it. It's like maybe it's streamer mode. I know. Hey guys, turn off auto gain. Where would that be at? Help a brother out, because I've never had to deal with that. Sounds less Southern Californian and more like I'm from the South. How y'all ladies doing? Where's the auto gain at? I'm in sound settings. Settings, audio, video. Boomer. No, my boomer settings were... Hey, thank you, Guido. Thank you. My settings were already fine. It's just whenever Discord pops up, it decides to screw with my shit. Yeah, the new Dusty Bogan. No, it's just it's a direct plugin, and I run everything off of the board for OBS. VHF, right? Fucking hate you guys. Here, give me a sec.
See, it fixed itself now, and I have Discord open, so I don't know why it did that. But yeah, let's jump into on air with let me see if it'll work.
See? Voice and video. Fucking A, dude.
See if that works, because I turned it off. So hopefully it doesn't get me all beefy in there. Sorry guys, you get to go back to hearing me as a non-Barry White. Tony Robbins in the house. Yeah, right. It's pretty accurate, dude. I don't know why it does that shit, you know? It does that shit to me every time, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but this time I didn't have Discord pre-open, and so it wasn't automatically doing it this time.
But there you go. It's coming back on now. It's OBS. OBS sometimes just does this to me.
Yeah, there's something wrong with I don't know if it's the there we go, it's reconnected. I don't know if it's the regular OBS or if I need to update it, but I try to avoid updating it because every time they put out a new update, it's fucked.
It really is. It's the fucking word. I use Restream, and that sometimes gives me problems. Do I sound all right, by the way?
A little tinny, but it's fine.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm using a laptop right now, so it's going to be shitty.
No, you're good. I just adjusted your volume so it doesn't sound as tinny, so it should be fine.
Yeah, so what were you asking? What happened with the copyright strikes? I can tell you. It's really
so what
pretty simple.
what I was curious about, and you know how YouTube's changing that system where it's an automatic copyright strike. Now they have a warning system.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that in place? And did you guys get a warning?
Oh, see, we didn't get a warning. See, the thing is with the auto copyrights, like when you're doing it live, I'm sure it's happened to you. When it auto detects you're doing something, it'll say, hey, you're streaming, fucking copyrighted material, and it'll put it down. That's not what happened. See, that auto warning stuff, from what my understanding, only happens when YouTube auto detects it. When somebody manually goes in there, it doesn't. You don't get a warning. It'll pop you. So what happened was, it was really weird. I woke up. I did my show 2 days ago, and it was yesterday, and it was fine, no problems.
Mm-hmm.
Then at right before ROTC at like 2:30, I got a message saying that Feld Entertainment hit us with, at first, a copyright claim, which means they were going to run ads on the video, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care,
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's no big deal, really. It's not like it affects
whatever.
your
I was
channel.
like, no big deal. And when something like that happens, if I wanted to go in there, I could go in there and remove that little clip on YouTube. It lets you do it, But I was like, whatever, I don't care. We've made our money on that video, and let them get some money. I don't care. But then 15 minutes later, I saw that we got hit with a copyright strike, and 2 of our videos were taken down because we played that clip on 2 episodes.
Yeah. You guys have played it a couple of days, like spread out, but it was so they hit you for the Owen Benjamin, like where he sounds like he's a motocross car, right? Yeah. Or bike.
Now, here's the thing, and you want to know the funniest part about this is that I'm not going to say, but the original video that we played is still up. The actual video that we played is still up.
Oh, you're talking about the original one you guys used on your channel.
Right. That video's still up, which is fine. And I've already told the person to make it private and everything, so I don't want them to get hit, but I'm just pointing out that it's weird, because here's what happened. The auto detect didn't pick it up because it would have auto detected and picked it up. Somebody, in my opinion, I don't have proof, but somebody had to have ratted us out to Feld Entertainment, right?
Yeah. They had,
and then the guy at Feld Entertainment, right? The guy at Feld Entertainment, Sam Gomez. He's the one that then came in and he hit us. We sent him a message, and we tried. By the way, before we did the counterclaim or anything, because what we said initially was, look, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, because they're not streamers. Maybe they don't know any better, and they don't understand what happens when you do a copyright takedown. Because they're not. They're a motocross fucking company.
Yeah, they're an entertainment company who fucking does Disney on Ice.
So I went. We figured, whatever. Let's give them a shot. Whatever. Mike sent them an email. We send them emails back and forth. Whatever. And they gave us the option of, well, if you want, we'll release the copyright claim. You could take the videos down and edit out the clips. And we thought about it, and we're like, oh, we could do that. That'll save us a headache. But they're like, no, because and I got to give it to Mike, because Mike is the one that really pushed for this. Like, the reason these fuckers, these kind of fuckers are getting away with it is because nobody ever fights them.
Yeah, no one does, and it's a rarity.
They just take it in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so then before today's show, I was telling Mike, if you do a search for Feld Entertainment on Twitter, if you do Feld ENT and then copyright a search, they've been doing this for a long time to smaller channels. Like we said, they popped the channel. They popped somebody for playing a motocross video game.
Yeah,
that had nothing to do with them that they didn't own. Yeah. Then they hit somebody for drawing a monster truck. So it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. So the guy came back, and we told him, look, we did this out of a courtesy to you. We're 100%. And by the way, we are 100% in the right as far as fair use laws go, right? Like, it was a parody. and it was transformative commentary over. So both things. It falls 100% under that, you know?
Yeah.
And they, you know, goes, well, I guess we have nothing more to talk about. Blah, blah, like being real fucking like cunty.
Yeah.
So that's from like, all right, motherfucker, that's fine. You really think this is going to end well? This is not going to end well. Because I'll fight him. We'll fight him all the way. At the end of the day, we're going to put the copyright thing, and we should win. You know, there's no reason we shouldn't win this, right?
Yeah.
But even if we win, I'm not done, because they have taken. Do you understand that I was more mad about the poor kid who was this kid. I actually felt bad. Like when I say I don't normally have feelings, but I felt bad when I saw a kid. Because I'm thinking of when I was a kid, like the kid is a fan of monster trucks so much that he loves the product that these people put out so much that he starts drawing monster trucks. Like that's just such a wholesome thing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna draw a monster truck, and then they go and to thank him, they hit him with a fucking copyright strike. Like, do you understand the fucking level of I don't give a fuck about my fans? I don't give a fuck about you plebs that these motherfuckers are playing with. They are going to be exposed. And here's the problem. Just like Owen Benjamin, they are going to wish that they would have just let the strikes go. Because now the problem is when we start going, if you look at the Dan Schneider stuff and the Owen Benjamin stuff, when we start going down a rabbit hole, we'll find everything that you've ever done as a corporation ever. And let me tell you something. There's not stuff I'm going to put out now, but we're finding out stuff about them that's this. Well, there's stuff that we can say. For example, they're a $1 billion company. 1.8 billion, I believe, is the number, right? Because they own Ringling Brothers. They used to own Ringling Brothers. They do the Disney on Ice stuff. They do the motocross. They make a lot of money, right? And they're in Florida. But on top of them being in Florida, they all receive subsidies from the state of Florida.
So taxpayer money.
They're $1 billion. Yeah. So basically, Mike and I live in Florida. So Mike and I, our tax dollars just paid for them to copyright strike us. That's what happened.
The fuck? Well, and I was digging a little while I was listening to Nightwave, and I came across an Esquire article basically showing how big of a scumbag Kenneth Feld is. There was a woman, and I was going to send it to you guys too. Her name was Jan Potker. She was a freelance writer who was writing a story about the Feld family. She published in a DC area business magazine, Regardies, brought to light several Feld family secrets, including Irvin Feld, I would assume is probably his father, homosexual affairs, the wife's suicide, animosity between the brother and sister. Also the fact that the Felds, Kenneth Felds, actually paid George, what's his name? Claire George, Deputy Director of Operations under Ronald Reagan. When he got fired because of Iran-Contra, he went to work for the Felds. And basically his job was to keep her from getting to publish her story. And they wasted Kenneth Feld spent $2.8 or $2.3 million keeping this woman from exposing the family secrets using Claire George of the CIA.
Dude, everything about this family is suspect. Everything about this family is suspect. The person who runs, like the producer, is Nicole Feld. I found she's on Twitter. She's the one that runs everything. You know, they by the way, they've been getting bombarded on Twitter by people all day, and they're ignoring it like nothing's happening because they have this mentality. They have this old school mentality, like this is back in the 90s when there was no internet, because they've been around forever. That they could just ignore something and it'll go away. They don't understand this isn't gonna go it's hitting us is one thing, man, but hitting your fans that go out of their way to go. Do you understand that if somebody, like, this is a perfect example. My buddy, you know, Maro Bob Bali's song does the drawings.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if after he did that drawing of me and Jack Black, can you fucking imagine if then I hit him with a copyright strike? Do you understand what kind of piece of shit you would have?
Yeah.
Like it's unconscionable. And the problem is that this is going to cost them more money. This is going to cost them more money than if just doing the right thing.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is they don't seem to care. They settle a shit ton of stuff. Like they settled with their CEO at the time, or during all that shit with the lady Potker, and they actually ended up having to settle with her. Like they settled on freaking like a $6 million payout to this guy named I think he was the CEO or CFO at the time. And he was part of the whole situation where Claire George was running interference, trying to keep her from bringing out the family secrets. You know, you can't let everyone know that Irvin Feld was a homosexual who had extramarital affairs and his wife killed herself. You can't talk about that, guys, and you should not. And I know this is my channel, and this has nothing to do with anyone I'm speaking about, but you guys should not tweet that to Nicole Feld or anyone else. Ever. I could give you the link.
Oh no, that would be terrible. That would be terrible to do
know.
that. Nobody should do that.
I know, it's this Esquire
It would be
article.
horrendous.
Yeah, they sue nonprofits.
It would be terrible.
They do a lot of shady shit. They also have a lot of contributions, lobbying. They do a shit ton of lobbying, and I don't. There was someone that they gave money to recently during the election cycle, and I don't know who it is for sure. I cannot say who it is because I'm trying to figure it out. But the person's name is Alexandra. So it'd be curious if they actually donated to Cortez as well. It'd be funny to find out that a capitalist company is trying to push socialism. You never know.
Dude, everything about this company is you know, this is going to be one of those things, and this is my opinion. I really feel from everything that's so far in the little time that's come, this is going to be one of these things that started as a YouTube copyright strike that's going to become way bigger than it. It's going to become bigger because the problem is when you're a company like them that you have all this shady stuff in your past, the last thing you want to do is call attention to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the last thing that you want is and now the thing is with these guys, they have old money. They have old money. And they have that Rockefeller big dick mentality, you know, where they think they could just big dick everybody. And it's like, hey, by the way, something that needs to be noted, there's a direct correlation between when Ringling Brothers went out of business, which they owned. There's a direct correlation when Ringling Brothers went out of business and when they started hitting people with copyright claims and strikes.
Well, and that was roughly around the time when they got their tax money too, and gave out what was, I believe, around $3 million they gave out as bonuses to their, you know, upper management. I think Mersch found. Yeah. So they gave out bonuses right around when Ringling Brothers went under as well in 2017.
They did. No, they absolutely did. And then, you know, by the way, I don't care because I'm not like a fucking like, hey, don't pay them. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. But my problem is that I care if you're taking tax money, like you said, if you're taking money to pay them. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking my Florida tax money to pay these people, you know, and then it's not enough. And it's like, can you explain to me why a 20-second clip of a night? By the way, the video they hit us with the strike with, that was a motor 1989.
Yeah. So
it wasn't like a motocross race from 2 weeks ago. It was from 1989. So if we're being fair, were they going to make more money on that video? It was a goof. They weren't, but that's the thing. We talked about They hit the kid who went to a motocross race and filmed it off his own camera
Well,
phone.
I found someone else who Dragon Master Vids in 2016, they received a copyright strike by Feld Entertainment for a Disney on Ice video that he uploaded and shot himself, or she herself, I don't know, and gave them a copyright strike. The video was a year and a half old by that time when they gave him the strike. So it had been up on their channel for a year or so. And and they basically Disney already claimed had a copyright claim on it because there was Disney songs played. And then Feld went in after and put a copyright strike on this person's channel.
By the way, but again, let's think about that for a second. Like this is something that I think needs to really be looked at. Think about this for a second. Then let me put a scenario for you.
Yeah.
A little kid. Mommy, I can't wait to go to Disney on Ice. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Let's go to Disney on Ice. The kid, let's say it's a 13-year-old little kid. 13-year-old kid goes there, a little girl, for example. And she goes, oh, I'm so excited, Disney on Ice, I love it. And she films it with her camera. And this 13-year-old girl has a YouTube channel where she likes uploading her things. You know, she's a big fan of Disney on Ice.
Yeah.
She goes and she films some stuff. She posted on YouTube. And her thanks for being such a big fan is to get hit with a copyright strike. Like that's... How much fucking money do you need? And I know that sounds kind of socialist bull, but seriously, think about this. Forget how much money do you need. They are not good business people. Obviously, Ringling Brothers fucking crashed. They're not good business people, all right? And by the way, you should have seen how many animal rights activists were after them, too, for the way the Ringling Brothers treated their animals. They have a history of fucking shitty things, you know?
Yep. And the fact that they're using after they were supposed to sanctuary the elephants after Ringling Brothers, said we're not going to use elephants in our shows anymore. No, what they're doing, and this is I found it in Salt Lake City article as well as Sarasota, Florida article, where they're actually using those elephants for cancer and scientific research testing. So,
oh my God, are you serious?
Not even kidding. Ghost House brought it up, and then it's a fast search. I just literally searched Feld Entertainment Sarasota, and then I found an article about the testing on the elephants as well as there and in Seattle. So probably their West Coast branch of elephants. I don't know if they had multiple branches of elephants, but they have it in Salt Lake City as well.
So. Yeah, no, and see, the thing is, like here in Tampa or near Tampa where we live, there's this thing called there's an amphitheater by the Hard Rock Hotel here where all the concerts are at. And that place is where they keep all the old Ringling Brothers like train cars and all the old trucks. It's like a graveyard for Ringling Brothers, and they pay rent to keep this dead company alive here. They have been fleecing. They have been fleecing Floridians, and not only that. Now there's a rumor going around also that there is a confidential, and again, there'll be more info when I get it, but there's a rumor. I'm just going to say there's a rumor going around that there's some confidential stuff with them not paying their employees properly and stuff like that. That's currently being adjudicated. So to put it to you that way.
I actually saw, and I didn't want to log in on my personal Facebook on here or on the live stream, but their Glassdoor index is a 3.5 out of 5, and the lowest thing is pay. So their Glassdoor ranking from employees is even pay related. So there's the company is just scummy, man. And there's and you could say what you will about billionaires and billionaire companies and stuff, but I haven't seen one that pulls this kind of shit. You don't even have WWE. WWE doesn't even steal or copyright strike people. They just limit your video.
No. Yep. Look, because WWE's, if you go to a WWE show, and I've been to WWE shows, if you go to a WWE show, unless you could film a big portion of a SmackDown match on your cell phone, and they don't care. You could upload it. They don't really give a fuck. Like they don't do a copyright strike because it's stupid. Like, think about this. Like the people that this company is attacking are their fans, are the people that give them money. You know, like you're attacking people that give them money, and then the problem is over a video that we're done that we weren't going to talk about anymore.
Yeah,
that we weren't going to talk about anymore. Now they fine. We're going to go at them. We're not going to play their videos anymore. We're going to make sure we say their name every single day. We're going to make sure that they can't even post something on Twitter without being reminded what pieces of shit they are. And you know what the truth? Here's the thing. As mad as I was when I found everything, 30 minutes before today's Revenge of the Sis, I called their office. Now, what happened was so many people were calling that when you would call their office, they'd just go straight to voicemail during a business hours, like at 2:00 in the afternoon. And what I did was, because I wanted to speak to the Sam Gomez guy on the phone, I just started dialing extensions, you know, and then I got somebody and I go, hey, no one's picking up at the front. Can I speak to Sam Gomez? And then they went to the switchboard operator, and then she finally picked up. I guess she was getting sick of calls. And the guy said that he was there, but then when they transferred me over, it went to Sam's voicemail. I left the voicemail and said, look, we're about to go live here in 30 minutes. So you could do the right thing and you could release the strikes, or we could just talk about this forever. That's that Sam Gomez guy. We could talk about this forever. Yeah, Green Eggs and Sam on Twitter. Nice name, asshole.
I try to avoid pulling up his family, but like
yeah, but that's a good one because his family's on that one. That's a good one. The one with the trolls, that's a really good one.
Yeah, or even this with people.
There you go. There he is. You know how hilarious would it be?
On the right? Berkowitz.
Say that again.
Peter Berkowitz. That name looks really familiar, and that person looks familiar. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is that bothers me is how much they think they're right. They don't understand copyright law. They don't get it, and these companies need to learn. And you know the biggest flaw in the YouTube copyright system, and I'm sure everybody mentions it, but it's you're guilty until proven innocent, which means they will take your videos down. You can't stream, and you'll be money. Even if you're right, because they'd rather side with them. Now, my concern with entertainment is this fell ads on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
They do for their monster truck rallies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference. If you're doing something wrong, you should be called to task. This has to happen. And if that means that we have to, dude, AG, you've noticed since the beginning, if we have to sit on another 90 days on a backup channel, that's fine. I'll do that again. I will, you know what sucks? I'll tell you what sucks is Wednesday, we're doing our show and Keemstar was in our chat.
And that's when you got your strike.
Right, the day after. We were doing good. Everything was great. Everything was awesome. You know, we're like, hey, yeah, people pay attention to us. And then we get hit with the strike. But it's like, that's fine because these companies have to learn they can't bully people into submission. They are wrong. They are 100% wrong. Let me tell you something. It's not my fault that Feld Entertainment decided to do something like motocross, which 5 people watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fault that they're still doing monster truck rallies, which are basically it's even more redneck than wrestling. You know. So it's not my fault they chose that shit business, but they're going to learn. Every one of our fans and you know that we're getting messages now from people saying, I don't even like ROTC. I'm a big liberal, but what you guys are doing is wrong. Like there's this thing I would like to think with content creators, like regardless of whether you like somebody or don't, like we don't like Crowder. We think Crowder's a fucking asshole. However, we did say with the fucking when he's that ABC shouldn't have hit him. You know, he should not have been hit with a copyright strike. What he was doing should be perfectly fine. It should be allowed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just a matter of like these companies. Well, the most annoying part about this fucking guy and this is how big they think they are. How they could just push people around because they got the Disney Ice contract, you know. Because and again, man, imagine taking a kid to that and they film it and they put it on YouTube and they get in trouble for something they fit like.
Well, or even if the parent, what if the parent's just shooting video of their kid dancing around to the stuff in the background and Feld comes
and they
in
want to
and
upload
copies,
it.
yeah, and they upload it and the parent gets a copyright strike from Feld instead of just a copyright claim on like music or something.
No, I know exactly,
dude. It's just the copyright system here in the YouTube environment is getting out of hand, and companies like Feld and even WWE, they're notorious for it. Even if it's fair use, like I've used in context where I'm talking about a situation, or when I was doing my Sunday wrestling shows with Sicko and Frozen would jump in, and the other guys would jump into the call, and we were talking about that stuff. And I literally showed the bit where God, what's his name, went down to the border of Mexico and was like, we're gonna keep him out of our country, because we were talking about like the wall and stuff. And I'm like, in the 90s, WWE did stuff like this, and so I used it as reference, and that got me a copyright claim from WWE. So even there, that's extreme. It's like, you guys, they're willing to do it because they know people will not counter it. I'll counter claims if I know it's fair use. Like I've beaten off CBS. I beat off the like Stephen Colbert show, and they tried claiming it twice on me, and I kept going, and they're like, this next time it could result in a strike. I'm like, fuck it. If I get a strike, what? I can't live stream? Oh, well, I'm not live streaming at this point anyways. So I went at it and won, and they finally released it, and it's just that.
Oh yeah.
Us, we're doing different stuff, and people are paying attention to us and looking at us. And I'm super small in comparison to you guys, where you're pulling, 500 to 1,000 viewers a day. I'm lucky if I break 20 or 30. And like, I know how shitty it is. It doesn't matter our size. It doesn't matter if you're doing it the right way and you're not breaking DMCA, then these companies should not be able to take advantage of DMCA, You're
right. And this is something else that should be brought up. When you were there with us from the beginning, when we were, when we had like 50 people in our chat, and it was, we were doing our best to grow and whatever, and all that stuff. I remember when we were here with our copyright strikes, nobody bigger than us would help us. Nobody would help us. Everybody was like, who the fuck are you guys anyway? So I would like to think that I don't want to do the same. Like I understand we're not huge or anything, but we're all right. I would want to help these smaller channels. I don't want them to. I want somebody to be looking out for them. Like when we spoke to that Moto Go guy, like he was very thankful. He's like, wow, if people actually give a shit. Yeah, people should give a shit. People should care the small channels, because the biggest sin that YouTube is doing, and these copyright claims are doing, is it's really hard to take somebody like Crowder down because they're out there too much, But it's super easy to take smaller channels down and not let them grow. They don't want the next person to blow up on YouTube. They don't want the next thing they don't like, so they take them out
Stephen Colbert,
when they have 100 subscribers, or someone's drawing a monster truck, or somebody
is doing an
once thought about
job.
going to Disney on Ice. This is
fuck Feld
fucking next level. This is next level jewelry. It's how much do you need, and are you willing to destroy your entire audience? Like, motocross is already not a big audience base, so you really should keep as many of your fans as you can. And a lot of them are like, fuck you guys, I'm done with you guys, I'm never paying for another show. And it's like, can you really get away with that? I mean, my only thing is, maybe unless they're funneling drugs and that's where they actually get their money, and the motocross is just a cover, like, why would you do that?
Yeah, seriously. So while you were talking about that, I had a Streamlabs come in and Zen Rhino's Freudian slip, you know, Stephen Colbert and me.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna beat off everybody on Twitter that goes after. I'm gonna beat them off with both hands. I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna come in hot, and I'm gonna beat them off as much as I can. Beat them off all over the place.
Yeah, right.
You want some of that? You want some of that, Sam Gomez? I'm gonna beat you off in Disney on Ice.
Hold on,
Beat all of you off.
I think Sam Gomez is related to a non-binary person too, who's balding as well. So.
Yeah, well, is that who that is? Whoa, what is he standing next to in that picture?
I don't know.
Holy fuck!
It's Thing 2 from Circus Dole. I don't know what it is.
Oh my god, this Sam guy really, dude. What is he standing next to? What is that? Is that a dress? Is that thing wearing a dress?
I think it might be. Oh, you know what? It might be a robe.
A robe?
Maybe a robe, because it's got stitching on.
Maybe
I don't know. I don't wear my robes fucking that wide open, deep V status.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking Ric Flair. Like I call my goddamn robe.
Kick Royce.
Oh, Nightwave
I
Radio just donated, Royce, and he asked me to kick you.
Hey, that's not nice. I don't know. You know, sometimes Mike could be a real meanie hit. Hold on, I'm going into the Nightwave and I'm hitting him with a strike for the episode with Big Bickerson because I was on it and I don't like that he's monetizing it. I just hit him with a strike. Take that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the beginning. I was like, Daywave Man's in here. Hopefully ROTC Media doesn't hit me with a strike for using their content. We just all start striking. We all start striking each other.
Left and right start striking each other. I felt they doubled, you know, man, they doubled down on them. They doubled. We don't have to take it down. We will find. We will.
Oh,
we will.
Fuck. I actually could possibly get a strike because I just played part of Gravedigger backing up on that dude's Twitter. If they
we should hit him with a copyright. No. We should strike him for playing that.
Yeah, because he's not Feld Entertainment. Yeah, it's on.
He's not.
He retweeted it. That's a copyright strike. If I get hit with I'm telling you, if I get hit with the copyright strike on this, I will counter it and I will sue his ass. I mean, not him, because I'll sue the company, but I would not be surprised if their company tried some gay shit like that, because literally a no sound visual Gravedigger backing up on my screen for a second as I was scrolling through.
No, they've hit people for. We've already talked about. They've hit people for less. Now somebody Packwave just tweeted Feld Entertainment. Feld, how much money do you need? They are getting bombarded right now on Twitter.
Yeah, see, I wonder if they could potentially, because I put up the image of Sam Gomez and it has them. Dude, I'm fucking gonna watch. I'm gonna catch a strike, dude. Especially if they see, because you know we're all talking about them and they start digging a little, and I did put Sam Gomez in my tags and stuff. I don't give a fuck if they catch me with a strike. Fucking miss me with.
You know what?
Shit.
If they do hit you with a strike, see, the thing is, we're trying to find everybody that currently has a strike, so all of us could hit on the same day, do our counterclaim at the same time. That way, they get hit with 5, 6, or 7. If you know how YouTube works, if you do too many false counterclaims, they hit you with a strike. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is have you looked at their defunct channel? They don't post on there. They don't post anything. It feels like they have the YouTube channel now just so they can strike people.
Right. They don't post anything. But here's the thing. If their channel gets taken down, they can no longer file copyright claims.
Oh.
Because you need an active channel to file a copyright claim that has your stuff on it. So if their channel gets taken down, they will no longer be able to file copyright claims.
Gotcha.
That's the problem.
See,
I know that.
I'm going to put it up on screen. They have, just so YouTube knows, if they do end up hitting me with a strike, they have two YouTube channels, Feld Motorsports with the space and Feld Motorsports with no spaces. Let's see if I'm not going to play any of their videos, but I'm curious.
Hey, San Diego, this is Ryan Dungy.
I love when you search Feld Motorsports. What comes up is our episode of them us talking about them.
Yeah, 6 years ago was the last time they posted on that channel. And
So again, think about this: the 6-year-old, a 6-year-old thing, and they just have it up there so they could pop people for their content. They are being, instead of using YouTube to their benefit, instead of helping people out, instead of doing. By the way, you know what? You just reminded me. You know who should be next that we should start contacting?
who's that?
The biggest motocross racers that they have, because they all have Twitters.
Oh,
And
yeah.
not be mean to them, but be like, hey, did you know that this company's doing this to your fans? I was a big fan of you, but then Feld Motorsports hit me with a strike, and now I'm not going to watch your stuff anymore. Sorry, I can't be your fan. I don't know what the guys' names are. I'm going to make up a name. Jerry Motorbike or whatever these fucking guys' names are. Like, I don't watch motorsports anymore. Let's find the drivers of Gravedigger and Bigfoot. Let's drive them. Let's find them and go, hey, Feld Motorsports is hitting people that are your fans. Are you going to do something about this? Or because the problem is if enough people that makes their, that's the thing. If you start affecting their bottom line, you're going to have to pay attention.
Yeah, I'm looking at a list right now of the Monster Supercross drivers, and let me see if I have it on screen. I do have it on screen. I'm going to drop the link for anyone who wants to tweet at, and these are only the 450 riders. You can find actual other pros as well. Let's see the
This is a good. I didn't even think about this angle. We're gonna attack them from all angles. That's the best. Take them out from all angles. Whoever the biggest motocross guy is, be like, hey man, you know, Feld Entertainment is really hurting. I want to go watch. We wanted to watch you live. You hit us with this thing, and now I'm not. Fuck you guys. Like, I'm a big fan, and especially the dudes. I'm a big fan. I recorded you, and they hit me with a strike. Do you support this? And I'm telling you, they're gonna do. Oh, by the way, Porcelain just said that he's doing a video on the Feld shit right now. It should be up tomorrow morning. I'm excited.
yeah.
So now
Porcelain
Porcelain's
puts
doing
out
a video
good
too.
videos, so that'll get some movement.
He does.
So that was the 450 riders. If you know anything, that's the size of the engine. I actually used to have a street bike. I need to get a new one. Some jackass, drunk ass backed up over my motorcycle and crushed it. And
Dude, let me tell you something. Motorbiking is actually fun.
oh yeah,
But I can't motorbiking is one of those things that's fun to do. Like ATVing is super fun too. It's stuff that's fun to do, but I wouldn't go watch other people do it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I want to do it. Like, I don't want to look at somebody else. I want on the bike. You know what I mean? I want to ride it. So, but look, I don't begrudge people to get into that. I mean, good for them. I'm like, you know, man, if it makes you happy, like, look, I watch fucking professional wrestling. So who the fuck am I to judge anybody? You know what I mean? I can't judge anybody.
Yeah, and
But
it's not about
it's-
what the fans are doing, but you're pointing out the simplistic fact that these people, Feld Entertainment and Feld Motorsports, are willing to fuck their fans over who maybe film a bit of it at the show and want to upload it to their Facebook or their Twitter or their YouTube or any other platform. And because YouTube is so ass backwards with copyright system, Feld will willingly, to people who paid tickets to be there and see it, strike them.
But isn't it mind-boggling? These people are paying you money to be there.
Yep.
How much are these videos worth to you? Like, how? And by the way, the guy that they hit, that recorded it, says the video I put up was never televised or on a YouTube channel. I recorded it for myself and I put it on YouTube to share it with my friends. So it's not even like these people are recording it and like putting something up that they're competing with them. And on top of that, man, it's a cell phone camera. They're not going. I would understand if they would showed up with a fucking boom mic and a red camera and like, you know, I get that, but this is ridiculous. It's. Do you understand the fucking balls. But I really do like that. I saw that you posted, like, I want to get a link of all these motocross riders and be like, hey, this is what Feld Entertainment is doing. Do you stand behind this?
Yeah. And I think that's a good. I think that's a good way to go about it too, and bring to the attention, because I guarantee you their riders don't know about this. And if people preface it with, "I'm a huge fan," and these people posted X, Y, and Z, and Feld is copyright striking down people and costing people livelihood and other things, whether you like the sport or not. I just pulled up one of the other channels, Dragon Master Vids. They are a channel where they go to cons. So they go to different cons and conventions and events and do shoot live video from the events and stuff. And they went to a bunch of comic stuff, a bunch of anime stuff. Right here, this is the channel strike they received for footage of Disney on Ice with their kids. That was, I don't know, somewhere back here 3 years ago. So about 4 or 5 years before this. So a year long or a year old video, Feld came in, copy striked them, and cost them, 6 months. They couldn't upload videos longer than 15 minutes. At least in 2016, that was the rules. So this channel went on hiatus for a while.
You know what this is like? This is like going to Disneyland or Disney World, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to Disneyland or Disney World and filming yourself on the Dumbo ride. And then Disney putting it on YouTube, and then Disney copyright striking you for. This is the same thing. Like, think about that for a second. It's like going riding Pirates of the Caribbean and filming it for a second and putting it on YouTube, and Disney going, "Hey, fuck you."
Hold on, but there's music in there, and I wonder if they would.
I don't think so, because
you don't think Disney would.
If you search right now on YouTube, you could find every single ride, somebody filming every single ride from beginning to end. You know what I mean?
But would they copyright claim it, is what I mean. Even not necessarily a strike, but would they copyright claim it because their music's played? That's what I'm curious about.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah.
Who is Feld Entertainment? I'm trying to see their rules, because here's the other thing. They're going to be. I went to Disney on Ice's. I'll post it in your thing. I went to Disney on Ice's FAQ, seeing anywhere that it says you're not allowed to film.
Yeah, and I haven't looked. I haven't looked into it specifically, but they obviously have contracts with DreamWorks. Shit, I just dropped my cell phone. DreamWorks, Universal, Disney, Sesame Street, whoever owns them now, Monster Jam, and Monster Energy Supercross. They have contracts with all these companies because they have Jurassic World Live Tour, Trolls Experience, Sesame Street Live, Marvel Universe Live, Disney Live, Disney on Ice, Monster Jam, Supercross.
All right, here, you know what it does say in the FAQs? Are cameras allowed? Still cameras are permitted, provided that they are non-professional cameras and the photos are intended for personal use only. No video cameras of any kind are allowed in the arena. Again, how do you do that with a phone? Like, everybody has a phone. You're not allowed to bring your phone in. Digital camera policies are different from arena to arena. So if you have concerns, please contact a specific arena to verify policy details. So they do say that no video cameras, but see, again,
video cameras.
This exactly. This is not clear. Because
no, and
a phone isn't a video camera.
And most venues nowadays, they have a no professional equipment clause. So like a live streamer would have to take their cell phone instead of taking like a show. They can't. There's no way they could enforce that with cell phones and these other things.
Exactly.
But they have this clause in their FAQs. Unless otherwise indicated, all in-show content is copyrighted by Feld Entertainment and or its licensors, all rights reserved. They have that in their FAQs. But here becomes the big issue. Fair use. You can say
Exactly.
whatever the fuck you want. But if I videotape it and then I cut it up and I make it into my own for a critique, a reporting, a fucking video montage of, let's say I take 5 seconds from Disney on Ice and I throw it into a video montage of me and my family, and if I had kids, kids. So you're going to copyright everything else I have, Feld. No, Feld. You can go fuck yourselves. You can go fuck yourselves for copy striking the kid, probably an autistic kid, drawing monster trucks. You can go fuck yourself for copy striking a channel that played just video footage from 1989 that had vocals from another person over the top. You can go fuck yourself for copy striking someone playing a video game that used a chorus. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? These guys are fucking ridiculous. I don't know, man. Like, oof.
John Duncan in the chat says the problem with YouTube fair use is that it's subjective and always up for contest.
YouTube but
yeah,
the law is not. Fair use in the law standards.
The law.
Yeah, exactly. DMCA and the law is there's basically, if you're not using, if your video percentage is like 3% theirs and the rest is yours, that's fair use. Even if you go up to probably about 5 to 10%, it would still fall under fair use if you're parodying it. Like, who's a good example? Rucka Ali. He never gets hit by the original creators of the songs because he makes a parody version of the song and it falls under parody. Like he did the Treat You Better, that whoever does that song originally, but it's like it's Hitler singing to the Jews. Have you heard that song, Royce?
I haven't.
Oh god, dude, I'm gonna post it for you because it's a great freaking song and it's freaking hilarious. Let me see. I don't know the freaking actual name of the song, but he does a bunch of Treat You Better. It's instead of you, it's Jew better for anyone who yeah. Here, let's I'll play it from there for everyone.
Oh, okay, I know Rucka. Okay, you want to know something funny about Rucka Ali?
What's that?
Many years ago. This has to be 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When I was doing my little tiny shitty podcast and how many people were listening, and Rucka wasn't that big either. I got into an on-air fight with him.
Really?
I went fucking yeah. Like we're fucking now, but this is like it's so funny because he's bigger now. But I went fucking. Me and him went ham on each other. Like it was pretty bad. I have to see if I can find it. It was a long time ago, but I mean we're cool now. But I just remember us fucking just going at it. This is a while ago.
Dude, that's good stuff. I actually got to meet him. He's an interesting guy. I met him at VidCon, and he was really quiet for someone who does this kind of stuff and is kind of outlandish. He was very quiet, and it was interesting. And I'm sure most of my audience has heard this, but I'm gonna go ahead and.
I know I could treat Jews better, and I can probably be a better friend. Tell me, is it too late to try? I know I made Jews cry, and a few million Jews are dead.
It just plays on all the like myths and the fun stuff. So if you guys haven't heard that, I posted the link for you.
Oh, 7 million views.
Yeah, dude, and he broke 1 million subscribers not too long ago. So he's it was interesting because he was very standoffish, and he's just really quiet, it's weird when you have those people. But so I know you got some people who also live down in Florida, so you're down to catch up and maybe get together one of the days we're down there.
Yeah, man, I'm down, totally down.
Get together, freaking. It's gonna be, of course, Ethan, Ralph, me, Andy, SoCal Chris, and then you guys, if you're down to freaking get together, maybe bullshit. I think they're gonna do some live streaming, grab some drinks and stuff. So, and then we'll do other stuff.
Yeah, man, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll be doing other stuff while we're in Miami, shooting a lot of the footage for the Warski and Ralph program thing that they're doing. So, and that's, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it, man. I've never been to DC, that branch of the East Coast. I've been northern, but never south of DC. So it'll be interesting to get down into Florida and Virginia and stuff.
Hey, so you're going down to Miami. We'll figure it out. Maybe. Well, we'll figure it out. It's like a 3-hour drive for us to get down to Miami, but we can make it down there. It's not a big deal. We plan it right.
John Duncan says it's an Asperger's meetup, you fucking dick.
That's fair. No, that's actually fair. It's a fair criticism, John.
I don't know if I'm on the spectrum, probably at some point. I think everyone's on the spectrum these days.
John Duncan's like, most creative people are fairly quiet. Nigga, I'm not.
Yeah, neither am I, man.
I talk a lot. Off air too. I don't shut up. Like, I talk a lot.
Oh, dude, I've had Cuban
maybe
sandwiches.
Just like the sound of my own voice.
Just not from Miami.
You got to get one to Miami. No. When are you guys going? When are you guys going down?
We're gonna be there March 11th through the 16th, I believe. 5 days, Monday through Saturday afternoon, evening, and then we're driving back up to Richmond Sunday morning. I think it's like a 6-hour drive for us from Richmond to Miami. Autistic gangsta.
Yeah, we could yeah, we'll figure it out. We could get down there. We'll plan it. We'll plan with it ahead of time. Maybe we'll go down the Friday the 15th, and I'll stay over through the 16th or something like that.
That'd be dope. Or shit, who knows? Yeah. Like we could always stop through on the way. If you guys are north of Miami, we're gonna be passing through there.
We are, yeah. You're gonna pass us for sure. So either way, if you guys want to stop by and we'll fucking do something, that's fine. Either way, we'll figure it out. I'm down. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I just wanted anyone in your audience who lives out in Florida, if you guys want to, and of course Royce and Mersh will let you guys know the specifics for them being out and about with us, but we're going to be in the Miami area the 11th through the 15th or 16th, and it'd be cool to freaking get to chill out with some people. I know there's a lot of you guys and others who are Canadian and, you know, other areas of the eastern seaboard, but it'll just be fun for me, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of work, but you know, whatever. Fucking A, I'm getting paid.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Free, paid trip out of it, and paid for my work. So whatever, dude. Yeah,
man. We'll definitely hang out. That'll be fun to get us all together and do something.
Yeah, no shit.
I can't imagine it won't be. Yeah,
and it'd be interesting to get the two crazy people in Warski and Merch together and see how that goes.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. All right, man. I got to hop off. I got to go to bed because I got to do day wave tomorrow. But that was fun being on, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, Royce.
Sure, dude. Sure, absolutely.
Anyone in the audience who doesn't follow Royce, check out Daywave Live on YouTube. You want to post your link for them? Anyone who's not your fan?
I'll post it. I'll post it in your chat. I'll post it after I hop off. I gotta grab it, but yeah, I'll post it right now. Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it. All right, no, of course, anytime. Later, dude.
Peace. But yeah, guys. So, well, shit. Let's see what's going on. We got a lot going on up there. If anyone else wants to jump on, feel free to jump in. If you have access to the on-air section for ROTC. If not, let me know and I'll drag you in because I don't mind talking to anyone right now. We're at that point where, again, Feld Entertainment, CEO Kenneth Feld's father, Irvin Feld, had sexual relations with men. He also, his wife also killed herself in Minecraft and in real life. And, yeah. So if you guys didn't know that, we'll reiterate that. Irving Feld killed himself. No, he didn't. Sorry, his wife killed herself. he just liked little boys, young, underage, homosexual kids. Also, allegedly, hired Claire George, the CIA spy, deputy director of operations under Ronald Reagan, and Iran-Contra scandal, hired him to harass and, push off a journalist. There's nothing shady about Kenneth Feld or the Feld family or all the lawsuits, anything like that. He is actually, let's pull this up real quick. Kenneth Feld. He actually is number 344 on the Forbes list as of today. His real-time net worth $2.4 billion. So it's gone up since then. Hopefully he passes on soon because he is a scumbag. He does have 3 daughters though, so if he's as shitty as he's divorced, or separated as they would say, but probably because his wife found out that he's a human piece of trash. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Kenneth Feld, human garbage, and should toaster bath himself in Minecraft because he and his company copyright strikes people for no reason, including autistic children who like driving monster trucks. Well, not children, probably young adult. People who make games and use track similarities with motocross. Yeah. So then again, guys, I'm going to put it up on the screen for the final time tonight. Yeah, he really needed that Florida money, $2.8 billion, and he needed that $3 million from the Florida taxpayers. Yeah, you know what he needed it for? To give out raises to his CEOs. Considering that he has 3 daughters and he's prepping them to take over the company. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook is doing the whole deboosting of conservative voices. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, I saw the Project Veritas video. And I will, family. I don't know. Let's take a good look at him. Does he look like the nose knows? Anyone? Let's see if we can find a better picture of him. Damn, this nigga's been bald for years. All right, let's see. What do you think? You think he, city folk? I think these are his daughters. Mersh, they're down in Florida. Go bang one of them and freaking claim rape, bro. Just kidding. Just kidding, YouTube. Let's see. This is probably his hot ex-wife. Maybe not. Maybe it's his daughter. But either way, the dude's separated now. Look at the nose, dude. Come on, guys. That's probably his ex-wife. She probably left him because she knows all the dirty secrets. Maybe he pulled one of his, father's things and, started having homosexual relations. Who knows? I don't know. But I will say this, guys. Thank you to everyone who donated. I appreciate you guys so much. That $13, literally greatly appreciated, and will be going to the trip. I've been putting money aside for, extra things for myself and, while I'm out there. Oh, look. What the fuck? Hold on. How do you go from hair like that to that? I don't get it, man. But what does that fro look like, guys? Is it a fro? A fro as I typed? Yeah, toaster baths are for that, but you know what? Plaid suit, sex hair, debonair smile, he will condemn you. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, I think it is. I do agree, and I do think it is. Maybe he's, maybe that's why his, what the hell is this? Let's see. Let's see if there's anything else interesting about this goofball. Who are these gay boys? Gay. Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. May do a show late tomorrow night after Nightwave as usual. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be in the Discord bullshitting with you guys next. And I will see the rest of you later.